Hello, this round of applause are for you. I'd like you to congratulate you on this event. So, because the story will be split before and after, because today we will have an official presentation. Please support with your round of applause, everyone. So, we have been preparing for that for a long time. So, I wish you will have a very good time in today's conference. Thank you very much, Kirill. Dear friends, dear guests. As a matter of fact, that's a little bit exciting moment because over our 7 years history we brought together people for our online event. So I'd like to thank all of you here, thank each of you for coming here, because yesterday there was a very heavy snow. Our roads are in traffic jams, and we hold it very dear that you have gathered here today, and some more guests are coming. So we decided to make a gradual start of our event. So our team will make a detailed presentation a little bit later. Everything will be demonstrated in the slideshow. On my personal behalf, I'd like to thank each of you, and I would like to highlight a small history of how Jet Finance was created. So in this event, there are no outsiders. We know each of those present today. We have our partners. We respect them very much. This evening has been possible thanks to Kazakh Stock Exchange. I'm really happy to welcome all of you, my guests. We also have our dear clients. We also have the representatives of our distinguished regulator, the Agency of the Regulation and Development of Financial Markets. We also have the direct broadcast, including to European users who can use the platform of Jet Finance to invest certain funds and have already done that. So before I'll give an official start and the mic to my team, I'd like to highlight the story, how it all started. It all started in 2018. The company used to be called Mogo Kazakhstan, and now it has the same name, but it works under the brand called Jet Finance. In 2018, I received a call from my friends, and they made an introduction with one of the big fintech holding that dealt with car loans. So they used to have 20 countries they worked with, and they wanted to enter the Central Asian market. In this context, they were looking for a local partner and the general director, the CEO, who could develop this business. We agreed, we shook our hands, and in 2018, we established a company, started to bring together the team and deploy the IT system, and then in November 2019, we decided to provide the first credit loans. We are the car loans company. We are in favor of the population's mobility, and we make every effort to provide the population of the Republic of Kazakhstan with the seamless and easy process of buying a car. Unfortunately, in 2020, the COVID happened. All of you know that was a COVID and pandemic outbreak, and our mother company, the European holding, started rolling down the business, including the one in Kazakhstan. And there was a question mark what to do with this company. And we decided to sell it, and we engaged into the market process. We started to outreach the potential buyers, started getting requests. And back then I used to be a monetary shareholder, and I was also invited to buy out the company. For me, it was a turning point. Many people don't know about it, but I will tell you this personal story from my behalf. Well, I knew I realized that myself as a serial entrepreneur of such a level, business with such a high responsibility, I have been never doing that. When I was offered, of course, I turned to the ones I knew and the ones who could provide with a certain scope of the activity. I used to have 5 to 6 friends who told me in chorus like, Azamat, don't do that, because it was a very serious responsibility. It is the regulation market, and for this business to prosper, tens of billions of dollars need to be attracted. And also it provided a certain responsibility to the investors, and they urged me not to enter into this transaction, not to go for it. And there used to be two things that stopped me from doing that. The first thing was unexplainable. It was my internal confidence that almost destroyed all the arguments and reasons of my friends who dissuaded me from this deal. Well, I decided to come to my partner, Daniar, with whom we have already done business. Both of businesses were failing. We lost around somewhat tens of thousands of dollars. And then I told him, like, we will buy a finance company here. I don't know what he was thinking about. Daniar, he's a very modest person, but then I never asked a question like this. But why did he decide to go for it? Sorry, I can't hear you. Please go in front of the stage. Let's make a round of applause, friends. As a matter of fact, I haven't done a presentation. So I told him, like, Daniar, you should go for it, buy a share and develop it. It was not like a request, it was like a presentation. And I told him, like, let's go for it. Daniar, could you tell me, please, what it was all about? Well, I decided to go for it, and the first question I asked, who will engage into this project? He told me, like, myself. And what's the share? It was that much. So what's the purpose? To attract money. And who will be carrying all this? I will be doing that. And I realized that Azamat is a talented person, and he'll be able to cope with that. Thank you. Well, this is all despite the fact that I brought 2 big projects before, and both of them failed. Well, thank you very much for your support. And now just a brief story for the first part, where this confidence came from. I remember long ago when I was at the 6th grade at the secondary school, I was watching TV series like «Что, где, когда». It was called What, Where, and When. I remember there was 6 smart guys who were sitting in front of the drum. They had to roll it and answer the question that was posed. And there was one interesting question, and they were told, like, imagine you are at the market, you are a distributor of a certain alcohol brand, and then a competitor comes and sells the same vodka for the same price, and your sales drop. And what you will do in this case? And they start spinning the cylinder, and they had only 1 minute to answer it. And they decided to bring in different intuitions, starting from the elimination of the competitor or ending with the changing of labels, marketing strategy. But they failed to give a certain answer. They took an extra minute. I don't remember what they answered, but there was a wrong answer. But I remember that it turned out that you had to raise the price for your vodka per $1, and then this vodka will migrate to another shelf and it will be more demanded. So it is a very good tested strategy. It was a case, And as a result, the margin of this company increased and the sales increased too. Back then, I was 12 years old. I went to school, and the first lesson was the economics. No, no, sorry, it was not like the lesson 5, but lesson 6 in our syllabus. And instead of not sitting so much and waiting for this, and we decided to ask this subject to be earlier than others. As a lesson 5 for no 6, we were begging the teacher to accept us, to put us with the 8th year student. And I remember there was like 60 people in total, 30 people from that class and 30 people from our class. And the teacher told that you have different curriculums, and now I will oppose a riddle, and if you answer this, I will give you 5. But she asked the same question, but not about vodka, but about juice. And I was thinking, wow, great. I was about to raise my hand, and something was preventing me from doing that. I was sitting and waiting, and people started to bring different intuitions, and probably it was like a mess, like in the market, that you need to change labels, you need to kill competitors and find the killer. But it was all wrong, and she told like I will give 2 excellent marks. And again, I was about to raise my hand, but something was preventing me from doing that. I didn't know. I was 12 years old, and it seems like something put me a barrier, like sit silent, don't stand out. And then I was waiting like about 1.5 seconds, waiting that others people will come. And then she increased the rate. She will give 5 for the whole semester, and almost all people decided to change their places. 80 years grades took their places in their rows, and we and our rows. And I was like afraid that someone will guess. And like 2 minutes before the end of the class, and she told I asked her to give the 5 excellent A for the whole year. Then I gave the answer. It was the right answer. And then in September, in the beginning of September, I got a mark automatically for the whole year. Well, people tried to dissuade me. It was something eternal feeling that I felt when I was at the 6th grade. So this is how Daniar and myself, we bought out the company, and now we are developing it actively. Over these years, we have experienced many rises and falls. They used to be victories. I'd like to thank everyone for coming here to support us, for us to have such a chance to talk about our success story, to share our feelings. I'd like to thank everyone for it. First of all, I would like to appreciate my team for the fact that these guys believe in us. They promote the company. We have huge plans for the future. We will share with them very shortly. I'd like to thank all our partners. We also have the department director of Kase. She will also tell a couple of words. Thank you very much for coming again, Aziza. We also have Taldat Sakan. It is our first dealer of car dealership with whom we worked. He sent us the clients and requests. Talgat came from Simei on purposely to attend our event. He's done a great journey, and Talgat, we would also like to ask you to speak after. And I would also like to thank our clients who believed in us. I would also like to thank the moderator, the regulator who has done and has been doing a great job to develop the finance player. Otherwise, there would be a mess unless they do that. And we also have the airball from the Agency of Microfinance Organizations. So, dear friends, thank you very much from the deep of my heart. And now we would like to open up the official part And just to smooth your long trip here, this traffic jam, so we decided to treat you with different tasty dishes. Please come closer. And I would also like to thank my wife, Asil, who has always been by my side and she has always been supporting me. I'd like to thank you, my dear. Okay, dear friends, thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a round of applause to Asamat Saidbekov. I think that, well, you remember the inauguration of Trump, and I found many similarities between the inauguration speech of Trump and Azamat. Well, now we will pass to more details about our purposes, plans, and objectives, and we will share the figures, numbers, as well as the outcomes with you. We will introduce you our partners, and we will deliver you the success stories over the years of our company. Like Azamat said, we also have the honored guest, and I would like to invite her to this stage. Zatsiri Kavna, the investor relationship and issuers relationship manager. So this round of applause go to you. Well, thank you very much, Kirill. My name is Aziza Ordabaeva. I'm the director department of investor relationship. This is the name of my department. I work both with the issuers and the investors. In our Kazakh Stock Exchange, we have the commemorative event, the Day of Issuer. Normally, the issuers who issue their securities talk about themselves, about their finance indicators, about their goals and objectives, as well as the future plans. So today we decided to attend this event to thank the organizers. Adama, thank you very much for it. It is a very cool business meeting. All our partners, all our clients are there, all those who are interested in the developing of the company. And I would also like to thank you for your transparency and for your openness to the investors community. And I'd like to tell you that opportunity to attract money publicly was open to finance organization from January 1, 2020, and as of January 1, 2025, more than 85 issuance of 32 issuers for the total debt amount of more than 185 billion KZT. Jet Finance in Kazakhstan is our issuer since 2021, and it has issued 13 issues. So thank you very much for being our issuers, for your success stories, for your success placements, and I would like to congratulate you on this, and I'd like to congratulate all other participants. I would like to wish you a very enjoyable evening. And thank you very much, Aziza, for staying with us. Thank you very much for your support. And now let's turn to the Jet finance team, or more about the product, what differentiates us from the clients, what are our advantages to the competitors, and what the Jet Finance Group is doing. So I'd like to hand it over to co-general director of the Jet Finance Group, Andrei Varnachkin. Dear ladies and gentlemen, that's a great pleasure for me to welcome you at our first business event at Finance. To start with, I'd like to tell you as follows. Not all the people know the ecosystem of our company, and I'd like to introduce you our products and the facts that differentiates our product from other companies' products. Okay, let's try that. Well, the first thing that differentiates us, the Jet Finance first product is a Jet Car. We deliver car loans for buying cars, and the key difference from other products There you can go to a dealership, and on the same day you can drive your bought vehicle home. And if you need money on the as a security of your car, not less than 1 hour will be needed for you to get your cash on the bank card. Jet Auto is our personal parking where you can buy a car. Those cars pass the pre-sales preparation. All the cars are tested, and you should not be worried about their reliability. Jet money is something when you need money. If you want to get this money without pledge or collateral, and within 8 minutes you can get this money on your banking card. Besides that, if something goes wrong with your car, you should not pay more. You can get money by installments, both for repair and spare parts for your car. In addition to that, if you are running the business, if you use the fleet of cars, you can use the car fleet opportunity and install GPS sensor to your car to understand where your property is and to save on the fuel. Okay, just briefly highlighted the products, and now you can pass to the results of the company, the finance results. And now I'd like to demonstrate you the volume of the issued credits over the past quarter. As you can see that in the last quarter we increased the issuance in 5 folds, and it was 5 billion KZT. Besides that, the volume of jet finance portfolio for 2024 increased twice and resulted in 16 billion KZT as compared to 5 at the beginning of the year. So if you look the portfolio volumes of all microfinance organizations in the company, we managed to go from rank 25 to rank 16 among all the finance organizations of Kazakhstan. And if you look at our competitors, the companies who are dealing with the car credits, and we are confidently in top 5. Besides that, you can also see here the fastest growing companies in the portfolio amount for 2024. Jet Finance is on the first place in terms of the portfolio gross. This is the only company at the market which increased its portfolio by more than 30%. And now I'd like to hand it over to our executive director of the project for car repair by installments, Mr. Alexei. Andrei, thank you very much. And now about this project. Hello everyone, my name is Alexei again, so I'm the BZ director. We communicate with our projects, and we communicate within Jet Car project. We receive the feedback from them about the cars and about the products, and we started receiving more and more requests on the necessity to repair the cars, on the necessity to buy spare parts, on the necessity to enroll into the maintenance of cars and be engaged in the funding of cars that we sold. So that's why the idea came to our mind to help our clients. That's why Borza project was created, within which we provide the installment for auto services and maintenance, as well as the buying spare parts. The market demonstrated that this market is very demanded. 47% of the cars are more older than 20 years old, and 23% of the cars are 10 to 20 years old. So that's why the necessity of repairing and maintaining cars appears every day. Furthermore, the volume of money used in the buying of cars and maintaining cars in 2024 was more than 233 billion. Over a short period of time, we managed to expand our partner network twice. We have the key partners for Almaty that are presented not only as the one office but as the network of companies, branches around Almaty, so it allows them to get the service not only across the city but choosing a specific district where they want to repair their car. The result that we managed to get in a short period of time, 320,000 tenge is the average amount of installments that our clients get. So the figures that we got for 2023 and 2024, the average price of the repair, if you talk about maintenance, is 70,000 tenge. Thanks to our support, our partners, they get the clients with the more amount of the repair, with the more probability of the repairs, and they provide for the job for the maintenance station. It only takes 3 minutes from the moment of signing contract, from the necessity to the final result. 3 minutes, and the term of the installment is 5 months. People are needed faster, turning over money to repair their cars. At the same time, we maintain the high level of approval. Every third request is approved. So we get more than 1,000 requests amounts from the car owners of Almaty to repair their cars, and every second car that comes to us require the payment by installments for repairing his or her car. We set ourselves the ambitious goals for the development of this project. Like I told earlier, the market has a huge capacity for the developing of this product, for the improving of the service quality, and the key objectives in front of us are to develop the maintenance shops network, and the key partners for us are the private car maintenance shops, as well as the involvement of the official dealerships and their maintenance workshops, for people to get cars not only by installments but also with the maintenance guarantee. We also hold active negotiations with the car fleet, with taxi fleet, and well as the car renting fleet. As the practice shows, not only the individuals but also the companies who provide cars for renting and for other people's use also require lended money, also require maintenance of the fleet of cars. Many people would agree that the attraction of additional funding with no need to extracting money from the turnover of the company represents a good tool for the development of their company. So we don't finish here with the establishment of the personal client's account, where our partners can order the spare parts with the use of our funding, and we guarantee that they will get the lowest price for buying the spare parts. And besides that, we also realize that our product is very demanded, and it can also be used among the car owners that provide help to other owners, like individual car owners, as well as the club of cars. And we improve our network and we improve the service. That's it from my side. Thank you, Alexei. Let's continue our event. I'd like to invite the next speaker to our stage, the finance director of the Jet Finance Group, Nikita Velgan. So please pay attention to the numbers, because the numbers will be very needy for us. Thank you very much, and we have already heard about the current state of Jet Finance Company, and now we would like to share with you the plans until 2027 what Jet Finance have. So now we would like to consider very actively for ourselves the loans for small and medium enterprises. Why believe that the segment is very good for us to enter it? Well, we all know, and we have done this survey, and we realized that 91% of the companies that operate in Kazakhstan have less than 5 people as their headcount. And those companies may not have the funding opportunities or financing opportunities, and now we are ready to provide them with money. In addition to that, we also realize that there are certain segments that those companies are concentrated. First is the retailing, second services, and third agriculture. So these three segments represent 40% of all the companies of small and medium enterprises, small and medium companies. So if you come back to the previous slide, so you can see that according to the registered roster, this amount of credits are allowed for small and medium enterprises are approved, but the growth is very impressive. This market is growing by 20% annually. And if you talk about the portfolio quality, 8% represents the share of the small and medium enterprises company that go to the areas of 90 days. So these are the companies that pay well, they can calculate their finance burden, and they treat a loan very prudently. So there are some cases that we have already tested and we have already financed. So the case we are proud of is Codeplay. Codeplay today is operating in certain countries. This company teaches children to be in software programming. This company was awarded with a prize in London. We are really proud that we helped Codeplay to start up their business and to grow to this extent. In addition to that, there is also a SISM company. SISM is a company that helps people who take care of their mental health find a psychologist and resolve their issues. So we are really happy that we managed to help this company in their development. If we talk about the jet finance plans in general, currently we have 3% of the market share, and we plan to work in such a way that every 10th loan issued in Kazakhstan would be done through jet finance. To make it possible, we go to new regions of Kazakhstan. By the end of 2024, we already launched 3 cities: Taraz, Turkestan, and Karagandar. Now, in the first quarter of 2025, another 3 cities will open: Uсть-Каменогорск, Pavlodar, and Kostanay. However, we don't want to stand still at our expansion only in Kazakhstan. That's why in 2025, Jet Finance plans to open at least 2 extra countries where we deliver our products. Furthermore, we want to engage in taking care of our planet. That's why we want to launch the electronic vehicles financing and loans just to decrease the level of the carbon footprint in Almaty and other cities. And now I'd like to hand it over to Nikita Vilgem to talk about our finance performance. Hello everyone, dear partners, dear investors, and now I would like to proud of what we've done to boost you. On last year alone in Kazakh Stock Exchange, we published $23 million by issuing the bonds, and we also placed 14 million USD through Minter's P2P platform. But the fact that we have collected so much money today is not diminishing our commitments to the investors, and the investors who trust us see partners in our capacity. Have they already earned 4.3 million USD, and all those present here are your relatives, friends, colleagues, and those who watch you may be the part of our success story by buying the bonds at the Kazakh Stock Exchange. So judge it yourself. So you can invest in tenge, 21% plus per annum. You can invest in dollars, 11% per annum. Like Kirill said, the minimum receipt is 1,000 tenge. And most importantly is that we pay interest monthly. I think that's a cool proposal. I invested in this company once I got to know Azamat, Andre, and the whole team. However, we don't stand still. Next year, we want to attract 50 million USD. It is pretty comparable with our brothers, with our peers. So that's gonna be the Kazakh stock exchange. So I'd like to invite everyone to be our partners there. That's gonna be Mintos. Mintos has proven itself as a reliable partner, a good source of funding for such a rapidly growing company like ours. We have already undertook a credit facility from one of our banks, and we want to extend this limit, and we want to work with the partner banks to open up new credit lines. Besides that, we usher the global level. We talk to the investment banks, we talk to the international investment funds who want to invest in the Kazakh economy in general, and in such a good, rapidly growing company like Jet Finance in particular. So at this graph, you can see that the figures are self-explanatory. In 2024, we grew by twice in portfolio. We laid the foundation for the further growth. And next year, 2026, 2027, we will be growing with the same pace, increasing twice and even thrice. That's why I would like to invite all of you to be our partners by buying our bonds. For us, the growth is the only purpose. For us, the finance sustainability and resilience, as well as to meet our commitments, are of the same priority as the growth. That's why we stick to the opinion and we carefully follow it, that the sufficiency of capital, the relation of our money, the company's money to assets ratio will be always 20%. This will allow us to always be sustainable and to always keep our commitment. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now this round of applause go to you, Nikita.
As I know, we have a translation broadcasting right now. Dear viewers, I wish you pleasant viewing. You will be interested with the people who are our partners for a long time. This song of partnership we're proud of. These are companies and brands. They believed in us, and now they are friends in our collaboration and partnership. Dear Chuprin Nikolai and Kaugia Emmanuel, you're welcome to the stage. The floor is yours. You're welcome to the stage. Dear friends, it's a great honor to meet you, to greet you here. Please support them, give a round of applause. We have a chance to acknowledge with these guys. You are guest of honor, you have interesting information you want to share. We want to provide you with this opportunity, share your experience. What about collaboration with the company? Please tell about your collaboration with Jetlag. Hello, my name is Alexei. We work with the car hiring. It's not accidentally that we are in a jet car. We purchase automobiles out oftenly. Sometimes people don't have enough money to do this. During 1 hour, we give money within 1 hour with the clients. we are satisfied. Car pays for itself, so to say. We have and see the perspective in it. Hello, dear friends. Honestly saying, I don't know what to say. It's sudden invitation. Jet car. What can we say? It's a great company. I've purchased the car in the same manner. I've purchased it for myself, for my family. I don't know what to say. Thank you for inviting me. It was sudden, and I don't know what to say. Principally, I like the car. I've bought a car. It's a good car. I drive it. I wish prosperity to your company. Wish you the best in 2025. May everything will be better in this year. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear participants, for taking part. This is for commemoration. This certificate for 100 liters of E95 gasoline. We hope you will have collaboration with us in the future for the long term. Dear friends, distinguished colleagues, I want to give the floor to a person who, as Amat told about him in his presentation. Especially, I'm pleasant to greet this person. He's from Semey. It's my motherland too. 1,020, 200 kilometers. Representative of company Polfar. Hello, distinguished guests and partners. I'm part of this event. I'm like to see you here. So, dear clients, it's interesting to see you here. We are great friends here. It's not a first part. It's not a first time when I sit. What about the language you want to speak? What about Kazakh or Russian? Dear friends, we are great friends. We have a branch in our city. We have a branch company. Many citizens of our cities, and they have a game for about witty people who answered the questions. I have to do with this story which was told it, and Chinese partners sent cars for $7 or $8 million cost, and we opened branch here. And Azamat told about it, and Azamat told about their funding for $10-11 million, and if it's God's will to continue this work, I wish further prosperity in 2025. It is exact time. These people purchase cars through our showroom, through our dealership center. We have partners in Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. So let us be winners. Thank you very much. And I wish you in 2025 great success. By reaching, it's my motherland. That's why, as Amat gave me an invitation, I came from there. Thank you very much. Thank you to stay on the floor for several minutes. That you're welcome. From our first partners, you believed in the collaboration, and let me give this commemorate present. Support Azamat with applause. Give him a round of applause. We wish him a long-term partnership. And our general director, financial director, sales director, and other specialists came here, arrived here. We support you until the end. Thank you. Thank you, Azamat. Thank you very much. So we have a panel discussion, questions and answers concerning jet finance activity and potential friends, potential investment opportunities. Dear friends, you're welcome to ask your questions. Good evening. We have some questions that we got in the chat and we want to answer them. If auditorium would have more questions, we will answer most of them. We have a question. What is the percentage of loan for a small business? Now these cases we discussed are cases we launched in a test mode.
Когда я говорю, что мы выводим этот продукт в рынок и выводим этот продукт в массы, то вот в этот момент мы сможем дать ответ по процентной ставке. We cannot promise you that this interest rate will be on the level of Damu or higher, but we will provide the minimum interest rate for the small and medium businesses. And given the fact that we want to support the development of Kazakhstan, we want to give the most loyal conditions for our clients. And now, when we deliver these scoring models, we design them in such a way that, depending on the quality of the client, we deliver a different pricing system. For these are the clients for which we can give the best conditions for the clients who will go in the least ear areas possible. So I would also like to talk to Azamat directly. Azamat Saidbekov, have you seen him? He's now in this part of the whole, so my particular respect to you. So yeah, and coming to the most serious question, for what purposes you increase the share capital of the company twice? Let me answer this question like I told you. We stick to the fact that the in-house assets of the companies in the ratio to the assets of the companies would not go down by 20%. That's why Azamat, as the shareholder of the company, contributed to the shareholders' capital to meet this indicator. And for us to be more sustainable, to meet all our commitments to investors. Thank you very much. So I would also like to dwell on this. So the most important story about it, like Nikita said, we are ready to stick to the rate of the sufficiency of capitals of 20%. And despite the fact that the normal story in Kazakhstan is 10%, we never go down less than 20%, and we will never go down. We want to offer our investors the stable and secured investments. Thank you very much. One more question. Now, some microfinance institutions want to be converted into banks. Do you have plans in the future? Well, when it comes to the future, it's very early to talk about it because the market changes very fast when it comes to microfinance. But we believe that in the coming years, we will have more clients. So there are clients that fail to get their money. So we will start with these clients, I think. So, and we also have the final question: when the credits will be issued for a small business? And another question: when we can come to get the credits for small and medium companies? I think this is right now. Then when you can come, we can take your contacts and we can discuss future plans with you. So if we talk about when the the product will be going in masses. I think it is the third quarter of this year. What are the plans for the investments of the retail investors in Kazakhstan? Do you have plans to cover them? So there are no more questions. Okay, thank you very much to all for the ones who asked your question. Thank you very much for your activity. I want to thank all of you.